Oh, you won definitely. Was
Walter
that
Jones.
signed?
That was Walter Jones,
Oh man, okay. Yeah.
the
Oh no, you
original.
won. Yeah, this doesn't compare.
What is that?
This is what we like to call a scare your father toy as he is driving to work at 5 in the morning. Oh my gosh. No, I was driving this morning and I'm hearing this in the back seat. And I thought somebody was sitting in the back seat at 5 a.m. And it turns out, no, it's just my son's teddy bear that he left back there. And little bit of a panic moment this morning.
Scary movie.
Isn't that how they all start? They get you when you're getting out of the car, when you're driving and they're like behind the seat.
Yeah, when you can't do anything, then just the jump start when he comes up behind the seat.
I know. And then I look behind my rearview mirror and all I see is this light. So I'm like, okay, somebody has a light.
There's a
Okay,
Care Bear in my car.
I know it's like, I swear there's an animated movie of some sort like this that takes you out and
Well,
then
there
you're
is
in
that
trouble.
Winnie the Pooh horror movie. Winnie the Pooh,
See,
Blood and Honey.
I thought I was in the real thing, man, except it was Yogi Bear and the Revenge of Boo Boo.
Hey, boo boo.
Boo Boo.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just aged yourself.
I really did, huh? There's some kids right now. They're like, wait,
These
what
kids
is
are,
that?
who? Who's Yogi Bear?
And why is he obsessed with picnic baskets? Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Z Comic Weekly, where we get to nerd out for the next half hour and also talk about how we almost had a heart attack on our way to our jobs. That's what we like to do. So, what's going on with I Am Me? How are you doing?
Yeah, busy as always.
Man, I tell you, man, if we ain't busy, then we definitely ain't doing something right, right?
Yeah. If I'm not busy, I'm dead.
Hey, that's where we're headed in 2023. 2023 has been a great year, man. I was like, how much
Far.
more busy can we get?
Yeah, we're only in February.
I know. I was like, hey, happy 2024.
10 more months of 2023.
Oh, yay. I'm ready for a refund of this year. Let's just start over. Let's go to 2024. This chapter was not a good chapter.
Well, be careful, you might get another 2020.
Oh, no, never mind. Okay. We should call ourselves fortunate. Okay. So
Yes,
yeah,
it could
nobody
be
wants it.
worse.
No, but I know it's sad when it's like there could be worse. We've experienced it, everybody.
Take my word for it.
Oh my gosh. What do you guys got going on? What's been happening at your world with the world of Zia Comics and Comic-Con and all that great stuff?
Oh,
2023 things.
yeah. Alamogordo trying to get that place open. We were trying to get internet connection there. I didn't
Okay.
think it'd be so hard to get internet, dude. The one company wants to, they do fiber, and they're like, oh yeah, we can put it in. We're going to charge you $3,000 install fee because we have to run the line. I'm like, well, no, I'm not paying that.
Yeah, that does not suit well.
Yeah.
How $3,000?
Yeah, because you have to dig up the ground and run fiber. And I was like, I really don't want to pay that. Then the other one, the speed was like barely more than dial up. I'm like, but I'm going to have security cameras. It won't work. So
Yeah.
I'm on my fourth or fifth option now with internet.
Yeah, at this point, you're gonna be how to figure out how you can pedal a bicycle to try to get internet at fast speeds.
Yeah, smoke signals, something.
Oh man, but of course you guys are still trucking along at the Alamogordo location. It's been a lot for you guys.
Oh man, once it gets open and going, everything will be fine. It's just that initial getting it to start. Everything's working against us.
Oh man, well hopefully we you guys come out of it and hopefully because I know you guys keep saying you guys want to be open for free comic book day by that time.
I would like to be, but that's what we said last year.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't give a specific year. You just said free comic book day, okay?
That's always our goal line.
Yeah.
Free comic book
Free
day
comic book. There was no year attached to it, everybody, okay? So
2035.
yeah, lay off my man Troy. He told you when, just didn't tell you the year, okay?
You can't pin me down that specific. I mean, come on.
I come in. It's the fine details, guys. You got to pay attention to
Uh,
the fine details. Oh, man. So last week, Troy, we talked a little bit about just some of the stuff that we can expect with, the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. And I was actually able to pull a list of some of the top movie trailers that we're going to be seeing this Sunday. Okay. I
Ooh.
got the list. We're very official right here. I got a list
On the phone.
on the phone, right? So I
If it's
thought
on
we'd
the
play a game,
interweb, it has to be true.
right? I mean, especially because this picture took about 20 minutes to upload because for some reason our internet's been slow around here too. So I wanted us to play a game today with these trailers that are going to be dropping. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you the name of the trailer and obviously the movie that's attached to it. And you're going to give me a up. Oh, where's the camera? Up, huh, or huh. Okay. I'm
All
excited because
right.
there's some that I think that people going to be surprised that you're going to be like, oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's start off with John Wick Chapter 4.
Can't
Yeah.
wait for
So
that one.
that was going to be a good one. Creed 3.
I haven't seen the other creeds. I'm way behind. All the Michael B. Jordan ones, I haven't really seen them. They're on my list, but now I guess I can watch the whole trilogy at once. So I'm going to give it a
Okay.
because I
Okay.
because I don't know.
The Marvels.
I really haven't heard anything about that one. I mean, I've heard that it was good, but I'm gonna have to, I don't know enough about it, so
Okay.
I'm giving it sideways.
Here's one I think I might know your answer for this one. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I'm
No.
done with him, man.
Me too, man. Like,
You
poor
lost me at
guy.
Crystal Skull.
Y I think everybody was like, "Okay, this is ridiculous." Like, and plus Shia LaBeouf was in it, and it just
Le
okay.
Bouffe.
Yeah, LaBeouf. I'm with you on that one. I'm giving
Yeah.
it
They
a
filmed
thumbs
part of
down.
that out here too at Deming. Yeah, out by Corlitos Ranch.
Okay.
Because I used to have to go up there and work on one of those antennas, and we had to wait because they had the chase scene with the vehicles was right there. So we had to wait until they were done filming before they would let us through.
I was gonna say I would wanna go back and look at it, but
They
do I
tore it
really
down.
wanna have do I want I was gonna say, yeah, okay, good. Because I was like, "Do I really wanna have to go back and watch the movie?" Thank you, Troy, you just saved me.
Yeah, they built it up, and I guess part of their contract was they had to leave the place as they found it. So everything they built, they tore down.
It tore down.
Yeah,
Okay. Dungeons& and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
I can't wait for that one. That I like
That was a
Chris Pine,
that
and
was
I
a
like
2
D and
thumbs
D.
up, guys.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
Chris Pine, and I like D&D. So, and there's an owlbear. You can't go wrong with an owlbear.
Scream 6. They're making another Scream movie? I just found that out right now.
Eh, I'm not big on scary movies, and I think that's another Fast and Furious type thing that this won't die.
Yeah. I thought they were all dead by now. Like, I mean, like,
Wasn't this
okay.
one that they're on the subway and everybody's wearing the Scream mask? And I was just like, you know what?
Yeah,
No,
Halloween in the city, and
yeah,
yeah, I never
no.
okay. And you mentioned this one, Fast X.
I'm
Do it
so
for
done with it.
family.
Dom and his family can just drive right off the screen. I don't care
Okay.
anymore.
He gave it a thumbs down to the family. Oh, poor family. Super Mario Brothers movie.
The more I see about that, I'm indifferent.
And so we're giving one a
Yeah, it's kind of like Sonic. I was indifferent until I watched it, then I loved it. So I'm hoping that's the same thing with this one.
yeah, and I mean, then again, if there was an ugly Mario, then that would be a different story. So
We call him Luigi.
oh, that's true. That's true. All right.
Uh,
And then now we're into the superhero realm, okay? The Flash.
I've been hearing because that's supposedly James Gunn's using that to kick off the whole Flashpoint thing, and they've been editing out a lot of Ezra Miller, from what I understand. So I'm gonna give it one of these.
Okay.
If you get rid of Ezra Miller, because guy's got issues, and I think he's going to drag down the movie if he's in it a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, this depending on Ezra Miller's involvement.
Yeah,
So
same thing with Aquaman 2 and her being Mira.
Yeah. You know what? It's surprisingly, I don't see on this list of a Aquaman trailer for
They
this
they
Sunday.
they've been very quietly hiding it.
Yeah. So, okay. And then we got let's see, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I like the previews I've been seeing on that, and it's James Gunn, and the Christmas special, if you didn't watch it, was pretty cool. So it's gonna be a
Okay,
good
well,
send off.
alrighty. Thumbs up for Guardians. And then let's see, final one. Actually, no, I got two of them. We'll go The Little Mermaid.
Um, Everything I haven't seen much about it since the controversy. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up
Okay.
because all these live action ones they've been doing lately have been pretty decent. So I got to think they're going to follow right on that trend. As long as you get the haters off of it, it'll be
Of
fine.
course. I mean, without haters, TikTok wouldn't exist. So
The interweb wouldn't exist.
exactly, right? Google will not be as popular as it is. All right, and then finally, one that, we've seen quite a bit, and it's gonna be coming out next week, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
I want to see that one really bad, really, really bad. I'm hoping they do Kang justice because in Loki you got a little taste of him, but you don't get to see just how much of a threat he is. But it looks like in Quantumania, they're going to show you that he's worthy of being a big bad.
Yeah, I think that one is gonna be a big one. Once again, Marvel doing it right. They know how to kick off the next series, the next phase. I mean, this one is just setting it up for, future Marvel movies that they got coming up. And I don't know, man. I really think we're gonna be shocked by just how well they do Kang and they build up his storyline.
I hope so, and I hope that James Gunn's going to right the ship over at DC, but they might get rid of him because they don't like what he was saying about them. He hurt their little feelings.
How dare you hurt their feelings? I mean,
Yeah, you know what? They can cry all the way to the bank when he starts making mad cash for them.
that's what I don't understand. As much feelings as get hurt by whatever comment, they sure do cash the check, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like him, but thank you for the money.
Thank you for the money. You left. We're not gonna speak anymore, but I'll be cashing that check.
I don't like you. Will you make my next movie?
Oh man. Speaking of James Gunn, so one thing I wanted to bring up today, I saw this article. James Gunn did an interview talking about, obviously what's coming up with DCU. We heard about the new movies and the plans for DCU. One of the things that he said, and this is off the official DC blog, says James Gunn spoke about he and fellow co-CEO Peter Safran's ambitions to movies, saying they want to move away from the good guy versus bad guy movies.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, because I know with the Green Lantern movie, they're going to try to make it a detective type series,
Mhm.
and yeah, I guess it's going to be one of those things we're just going to have to wait and see. Maybe they're banking on the fact that people are getting tired of the whole superhero shtick. You know, it's always the same thing. Here's the bad guy, we defeat him by the end. Here's the new bad
Yeah,
guy, we defeat him by the end. The only one that really lasted more than one movie was Thanos, and it did really
yeah.
well.
But, I mean,
So
ultimately, I think we knew where it was gonna lead up to, even though it took 2 movies to get there.
yeah, 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 2, 3 took a
Yeah,
bunch of movies. Yeah,
yeah.
um, because that was the one gripe I had about X-Men when they were fighting Apocalypse. They beat him by the end of the movie. I mean, come on, man.
See,
No.
he deserves a little bit more than just a 2-hour
Yeah,
runtime. Yeah.
come on, man. They did the Star Wars thing. We're like, hey, look at this really bad Sith guy. Oh, he's dead.
Oop, done. Okay, credits,
Yeah,
let's roll them.
yeah. You like him? Well, we're killing him.
It's coming. So we're gonna kill them. Okay, I'm looking at this. This is with our stories, we want to take it away from good guy versus bad guy. There are really good, almost sanity people with Superman people, and Superman is among them. There are really terrible villains like Gorilla Groot or the Joker, and then there's everybody in between. And they said there are these shades of gray which allow us to tell complex stories. So I don't
Yeah, I
know,
mean,
man.
if they do some like team up type stuff, you can get away from that. With Green Lanterns, like I said, they're doing the detective type thing, but there's got to be some kind of conflict, or what kind of movie is it without conflict?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you're building up to something, and but I'm wondering too, like, at that point, are we moving away from more of what we see on these storylines in comic books? Like, are we trying to maybe go against what we might see in the storylines from the books compared to the movies? Because oftentimes, I mean, you're gonna get those people that, those bloggers that says, "Well, it wasn't like the comic book." So, are
I
they
read the
intent
comic book. I don't need to see it on the screen.
right? They're like, "Well, why did you guys not do this?" Or, "He was supposed to be bigger in real life," or, "He wasn't that short." Like,
Yeah, well, hey, Wolverine didn't look anything like Hugh Jackman. Wolverine was a little short 5 foot dude. Hugh Jackman's over 6, and he's good
Wolverine,
looking.
he wasn't supposed to be People Magazine's sexiest man of the
No,
year.
no, he got women with his pheromones. He kind of he just had that magnetism.
So, I don't know, man. James Gunn, I mean, but it's the curiosity of it, because like we've been saying for months now, I don't know what he's gonna do, but it still just keeps us intrigued to see, okay, how I mean, you can't make it any worse than what it is.
Yeah, I mean it is getting a little stale, so maybe this will be the kick in the pants that the superhero genre needs to launch into another genre, or another, not a genre, but to push them to a higher level.
Yeah. I
I,
don't know, man. We'll see, but that's the latest when it comes to the James Gunn DCU world and just as far as what's
crossing my
gonna happen.
fingers.
I know,
Hope
man.
Jimmy's got it.
All we could do is hope for the best, man, because he didn't let us down, and it is bittersweet to see him, move away from the Guardians. So we're
Yeah, his swan song with Marvel.
man, I think we're gonna chalk. I'll just call it now. We'll chalk that up to a movie I'll probably cry at. Is Guardians.
Who do you think is going to die? Because supposedly one of the characters dies.
I kind of think it's gonna be. I know everyone's saying Rocket, but I think we're gonna probably see Chris Pratt's character gone.
Yeah, I think Rocket's the red herring. There's dangling that in front of people.
Yeah.
But I did tear up a little bit on that trailer when you see the people the hands reaching in to grab Rocket out of the cage. Because I know the backstory. I'm like, oh no, no, no.
And it was something about I'm sorry, man. Something about pets getting hurt in movies just gets me, man. It could be Homeward Bound made me cry. Okay.
Well, I've always said, these movies, I can watch 30, 40 people get killed. It doesn't bother me. You hurt one animal, it's over. I turned it
Dude,
off. I don't want it. I almost turned off John Wick when they killed his dog. I was like, nope.
I will turn away from a movie. I'll be like, nope, they're gonna do it. I don't want to
Yep.
see it done.
Yeah, but you can shoot like 20 people in the head right in a row and it won't bother me. But I
Oh
don't
man.
do that to an animal.
Don't watch Marley and Me, folks. I'll just tell you that right now.
Oh, you had to bring it up.
Dude, just saying. I
An old Yeller moment.
man, just you
Starting
found
to
our
tear up
weak.
right now.
I know, man. It's throwing me off now because I'm like, but he was their friend.
Or the Fox and the Hound. That's the first one that killed me.
Oh, I
When
see
she
what you
abandoned him out in the wood, I was like, "You old lady, you
oh my
I
gosh,
should have
man.
abandoned you in the woods."
Yeah, so I guess we could pretty much say that if Rocket dies, we're
We
crying.
riot. If Rugged
Okay.
dies, we riot.
If Rocket dies, we riot. If that isn't a T-shirt.
I mean, yeah, any of the rest of them, I'm fine. Even Groot, you can kill off Groot. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but I mean, I saw that thing about where they said Groot is dead. This is just Groot's son that we've been seeing. So
It's That's kind of weird because he grew back from one of his own splinters.
yeah,
So is it a clone of Groot? Is it,
is it
I
Groot?
don't
Is it Groot?
know.
Yeah. So, but we didn't cry. How bad is that? We didn't cry for the tree, but if the raccoon dies, we're done.
Oh yeah, don't even hurt him. I don't even
I
want to
know,
see him
right?
get hurt.
I don't want to see him get shot either. Oh man. All right. Big controversy this week for AMC theaters. Don't know if you
Oh
heard about this. AMC
yeah.
theaters and their new pricing policy. It looks like if you find the good seats, it's going to cost you a little more, and the bad seats going to cost you a little less. There's an AMC in El Paso, I believe, right?
I think there's one or two in El Paso. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get a
not
chance
here
to
in
look.
Cruces. We got a monopoly here in
Yeah,
Cruces that we
yeah,
can't
so
break.
yeah, those. I mean, but what are your thoughts on AMC theaters and their new pricing policy? Do you think this is kind of a setup for everybody to wanna do this?
You know, the reserve seating I'm fine with, but when you start charging more for the better seats, I mean, you're having problems getting people to go to the theaters again anyway. So why putting a barrier in front of them?
Yeah.
Uh, I just I don't like that. Even a lot of the celebrities are coming out against. I think Elijah Wood even said something about how dumb it was. But we'll see. AMC. I don't think it's going to work though.
No, I don't see this really working. At first, I thought, "Okay, well, that's a good idea," but then again, it's like, well, we're not all rushing to get I mean, you gotta buy your seats ahead of time. At this point, you're just slapping whatever price you want to, and then is it gonna affect it if it's the new Marvel movie, the new DC, the new action film? Will they raise the but that's what I feel is gonna be next. They'll raise the price depending on the popularity of the movie, but if you're going to see a movie that's not as popular, then they'll drop the price.
Well, I wouldn't even have a problem with them charging less for the crappy seats, the ones where you're sitting right underneath the screen looking straight up,
Yeah.
but to charge more for the good seats, I mean, I can see the reason. I just don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to backfire on them. You need,
Yeah.
they've always said they don't make money off of ticket sales, they make it off concessions. So you need to do what you can. Because how many times do these movies play to an empty or near empty theater? They need to do something to get those butts in the seats because even when I go and I try to eat before I go and everything, I still end up buying popcorn or something, the overpriced popcorn.
Yeah. As much as people can say that they're like, "We're not gonna buy anything," you are
You
gonna
always
walk
do.
out with a drink at least,
Some snow
and
caps or some jujubes.
oh, man, that might be lunch today, Troy. I'm gonna go to the theater and just get popcorn and some candy, and guess what, guys? Lunch
Which
is
theater
on
are
me
you in? So I'm not. I
I
wanted the
was like
movie size of
I
the snow caps
was like,
or Raisinets.
and I can come back later today and get a refill, right? So, of the
I
popcorn.
think it's same day on the popcorn. Every time I buy that thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna get a refill on the way out. I never do. They get me every time.
But like you said, man, I mean, we're going there and your main is the snacks, it's the food. So
The big
why are
markup.
they yeah, why are you changing the prices on the tickets of the seats to get into the movie when we're just going for the food?
Well, I prefer to watch at home anyway. So if these theaters ever, if these distribution places ever start streaming same day again, like HBO Max did,
Mhm.
it's going to kill the theaters, and I'm fine with that because I'd rather watch it in my house anyway.
Yeah, just something about being able to replay and go back and, "Okay, did I miss something? Did I catch"
Pause, go to the bathroom.
I know, right? And then guess what? I can make my own snacks at home. I'll be good.
I do, yeah. I got my hot air popper. We're good.
See? Look at that. Do you guys have a hot air popper at my disposal when I sit down at the movie theater? No. Okay, then. I don't know. Let's see how it works out for them. I just hope it doesn't get to the point where, these other theater companies decide to take the same, oh, well, they did it. Well, we're going to do it too. Cause I think that's going to, like you said, drive people away from wanting to go see these movies. And I don't think it's fair to the consumer that wants to be able to go and watch these movies. And the way I've always seen it, man, a movie's coming out. You got to get your tickets ahead of time. If you're thinking, hey, I'm going to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp tonight and it comes out tonight, you should have been thinking about getting those tickets or you're not going to get a good seat.
There's really no hype on a lot of these movies anymore. When they used to have the midnight showing, those used to sell out all the
Oh,
time.
man.
Uh, there's no incentive for me because I know it's going to be playing for a month. I can go, 3 weeks from now and watch it in a matinee for $5.
Yeah, and, or you just happen to have a coupon or a friend that can hook you up, and you're like, "Okay, I'm good." So,
Yeah, I think these other theaters are going to do a wait and see approach and see how this works out for AMC.
yeah,
I mean, it's their theater; they can charge what they want for access, but you're going to pay the repercussions of your actions, and I think it's going to be bad for them.
especially when you got these bigger cities that have different avenues, not just one theater. You got different avenues, and he says, "Okay, I'll drive an extra 5 minutes if it means I'm gonna save 5 to 10 bucks on a ticket to see a movie." So, and it's about the experience, man. If you make the experience good for us, we're gonna keep going. So if I can get popcorn, I mean, I went to a theater in El Paso and I had hot wings. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm
Oh
sold.
yeah,
So
yeah. Flick's Brew House does it a lot.
yeah.
Alamo Draft House. They're like the little house elves on Harry Potter. Man, you don't even see them. They just pop up with your food. You look down, you're like, "Oh god, where'd that come from?"
Right? You're just kinda like, "Man, am I disrupting anybody that I want to get some nachos?" And the next thing you know, there's nachos.
Yep.
So, you
It's
tell
almost you
me.
just think about it and it's there. It's that close.
I don't know, man. This whole AI thing is really taking
I
over.
would pay premium for something like that.
Can you imagine? It's like, "I would love a ribeye steak." Boom, it's there.
Oh,
Only had a baked potato to go with this. There it is.
yeah. But mine, like, they'd give me the little plastic knife and fork to eat the ribeye with,
Oh god, that yeah, that would make it even worse.
break the fork off, and
Oh my god, I know, it's in the dark trying to look for this fork.
I just end
It's
up picking it up and eating it by
well, now we know why Troy wants to watch movies at home because apparently
yep, because I'm
yeah,
eating a ribeye.
yeah, you make sure you take some real silverware with you when you go to the theaters.
So, "No, no, no, I got my own."
It's like, "You can leave it just leave a napkin, please, I'll be good." We brought up HBO Max. Looks like HBO Max and that whole merger that's going on with Disney Plus. I mean Discovery Plus. It looks like Discovery is going to be merging with HBO Max, but an interesting take on this. They will not be getting rid of Discovery Plus as a standalone service.
Okay, it's
So
yeah, I don't know. A lot of
yeah,
these the streaming services are losing subscribers, man. I
yeah,
know Disney Plus, not so much Disney Plus, but I think it's their Hotstar, the one they have over in Asia, lost tons and tons of subscribers.
dang.
They're really hurting. So I don't know. We're
Yeah,
gonna see.
I'm looking right now, and apparently the reasoning behind them not wanting to just axe Discovery Plus is they're afraid that the 20 million subscribers on Discovery Plus will not take to HBO Max.
That's two totally different demographics. I mean, if you think about it,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
they're probably right.
but as far as you having HBO Max, you will be able to get the benefits of having Discovery Plus. But I guess that's just that worry that, and you think about it too. And I was thinking before we started the show, uh, they may have bought Discovery Plus with an educational purpose behind it that they're like, nah, we're not, we have a Netflix for that. We don't need to have.
Yeah, what would save these streaming services is streaming these movies right off the get go instead of the
Yeah.
theaters.
I didn't mind it, when we were during, pandemic time where you got 30 days to watch, we got to enjoy Mortal Kombat. That was one that really
Yep.
stands out to me that people that I don't think it would have did as well as a theater standalone because it had such oh, if you remember the first one, it was cheesy. No one cared for it. It was dumb. But I feel like when we were all at home, locked up,
Yeah.
we were able to watch this and be like, man, this is a pretty good movie. We really were bored in 2020. They were like, Mortal Kombat was a good movie.
Yeah, remember Tiger King?
That's another one. I mean, that it's just it's crazy, but you're right. These movies need to think about, hey, who do we partner with and have them whether if it's 7 days to 30 days, whatever the case may be, you could see a sense of urgency to see
Yeah,
these new
even if it
movies.
was one day, I would make sure I was there to watch it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I saw that Netflix is testing out a going live feature. So, Chris Rock has a stand-up special that's going to be happening at the end of the month. And it's going to be live, I think the final Saturday of February. And so and I'm assuming they'll be able to watch it live. And then a couple days later, then it'll be released to the streaming service. So you will get your sense of urgency. But then if you didn't catch it, you can wait a few more days and then watch it on Netflix.
yeah, they need to do something because some people love to go to the theater. I absolutely loathe going to the theater to watch a movie. And if you can do, like you said, something live like that and then catch a replay a week, even if it's a month later, I'd be fine with that.
And I think people will be willing to pay top dollar. If you tell me that you're going to be able to see Ant-Man and the Wasp, all these big Marvel DC movies, you're willing to pay that extra 5 to 6, 7, $10 even if it means you're going to get new movies to your house and you don't have to go to the theater.
Sign me up.
See?
I will do it.
I mean, I could see me eliminating some other ones that I don't really use, but if you mean that tell me I could see new movies, you absolutely right. That
Yep.
would be
I
my
got a
favorite
big
streaming
screen
service.
TV and hot air popper. I don't need anything else.
And a hot air popper is a hot item at your house, isn't
That's
it?
the thing.
Oh man. So I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but it seemed like for a while there, HBO Max was a dying streaming service. And I
Well,
just
they
I don't
keep taking all the good stuff off of it.
Yeah, and then to see James Gunn mention that all these, DC cartoons and DC animated shorts and stuff are gonna be going, it looks like he also may have saved the streaming service as well.
Well, they're licensing a lot of that stuff now to other streaming services to try
Yeah.
to make up their shortfall.
We'll see. There's another one out there. I don't know if I've seen the trailers, MGM Plus.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, there's apparently another streaming service. I guess that's where, like, all the big, obviously, MGM movies are gonna be going to, so I guess they're trying to replicate Paramount Plus. So,
We're going to end up paying more on streaming services than we ever did for a cable.
I think we're already there, man. It's sad that I think we've already reached that mark that we're like, "Come on, man." Like, Imma go back to the $89 a month rather than what I'm at now.
I'm waiting for them just to do the a la carte where you get to pick movie by movie or series by series instead of services.
Oh, man, that would be kinda cool because especially
Yeah,
when, like, I don't really watch Netflix as much, but then if you tell me Stranger Things is coming, I may be,
yeah.
to get that.
Pay a reduced amount to get that for for a certain amount of time so you can watch it all. Like for a month, you have access only to Stranger Things from Netflix.
Yeah, and, you think about it, if you're someone that says, "Oh, I can watch it in a month," and they don't, you're probably gonna have to buy it again, and
Then
I
you'll
mean,
have to buy it again.
see?
You signed the contract.
Yeah, hey, you signed it, so if you don't want it, you better watch it, otherwise you're gonna pay another 20 bucks a month to watch it again. One more thing before we get out of here. So I was looking and best film of 2022 by Rotten Tomatoes. I
Oh,
guess they waited till 2023 to finally tell us.
was Top Gun
So
in 2022?
yes, it was.
Was it one of the top 3?
It was the top movie of 2022, Top
Yes.
Gun Maverick. A 99% approval rating goes to
Ooh,
Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, man.
nostalgia sells.
Yeah, oh, it really did, and, you know, uh, I really think I'm excited to see, man. I think that's gonna be a movie that's gonna have several more. I mean, even if it branches out to its own thing, I think it's gonna be a really cool series to see.
Yeah, I think that group of new people they brought in, I think they could carry another movie,
Yeah.
especially with Miles. I've always liked Miles Teller, so uh,
Mm,
hopefully this will be his bigger break because he's already pretty big. But
yeah. I mean, he could say Fantastic Four, so, I mean,
and Michael B. Jordan was in that,
hey, they all get
and
one bad
Jessica Alba. Ugh, what
they all
happened?
get ba they get one bad movie, okay? Everybody gets I mean, look, Ryan Reynolds did Green Lantern, and it didn't work out for him.
I liked Green Lantern.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Miles Teller, man, he's a star, man. I would love to see him in some other movies, so we'll see what's in the workings for him. So, oh man, it's just it's exciting, man. There's a lot going on. I mean, from comic books to superheroes to just everything that has been happening over the last couple weeks. And James Gunn just loves to do interviews that it's like there's always going to be something new from James Gunn, it seems.
And I hope it's something good. I hope he hasn't used all his magic up.
That's all we can hope for, man. What do we got coming up, man? I know Comic Con. Let's what's the deal with Comic Con in El Paso?
It's April, going to be in April 21st to 23rd. We're giving away. We've been starting to do ticket giveaways online. Um, we got. I think I got J photos. I got another artist I added. I think I already announced that we're bringing in John Barrowman. I lost my train of thought. John Barrowman from Doctor Who, Torchwood, Arrow. We got just a ton of good guests coming, man. Plus a lot of activities going on during and after the event. So go to the website elpasocomiccon.com and it's all there. And get a ticket before VIP and weekend tickets are limited, so get them before they're gone.
That's right. Get your tickets to El Paso Comic Con. If you get a chance this weekend, go and check out Zia Comics. New Comic Book Wednesday every Wednesday, right?
Yes, sir.
That's right. And then, of course, Free Comic Book Day will be coming up.
Oh,
Hopefully.
it's coming up way too soon. Yeah, first Saturday in May.
Oh man, it's crazy how 2023 has gone by so fast.
Yeah,
So,
it's got his foot on my neck.
if they want to keep up with you on the socials, and also, I see you guys do some streaming things. You mentioned about the ticket giveaways. Guys, that's the best way to keep up to date with what you guys got going on. So, let them know about all your socials.
All right, we're all over the interwebs, man. We got Facebook. We got the Insta. We got Twitter. We got I'm missing one. YouTube, TikTok, and I'm going to throw this out there too. We got a newsletter that we send out all the time
All right.
for Zia Comics and for our cons and events. They're two separate newsletters. So typically, I put information out in the newsletters first.
Okay.
So if you want premier access for free, that's the way to do it.
All righty. So go and sign up for the newsletter. So yeah, where you guys can find out what is going on. And then with myself, of course, follow me. I just realized, man, as I'm looking on camera, I need to get a haircut. I just realizing that I was like, man, look, I'm over here looking like I just woke up out of bed. I've been up for like 8 hours already. Sorry.
Get some mousse and just slick it back.
Man, I could have at least thrown a hat on or something.
Spike
I'm
it
just,
up. That's what you should do. Just all spiky like a anime character.
this doesn't spike. It goes more afro than anything. So
Even better.
one day, Troy, you will see. I'll just show up and just
Poof.
that's it. Joey on the FM. Follow me on TikTok. You can also follow the Big Show, Hot 103's Big Show on Facebook, as well as Big Show on the FM on Instagram. And you guys can keep up with all things happening on the Big Show. And then, of course, keep up with us here every Thursday as we nerd out and talk about all things, whether it's movies, comics, the air fryer that Troy loves, my haircut problem. We cover it all, guys.
The scary thing in the back seat.
Yeah, that thing. This thing which by the way gave me a heart attack. I swear to you, I was like, why is this red light just like,
You should check on your Fitbit and see. Whoa, there was a big spike right about 5 a.m.
it's all telling me that you were overly stressed. Do we need to contact the ER to come and get you?
Should we call 911?
Guys, this has been another edition of Zia Comic Weekly. We'll see y'all next week.
Later, nerds.